Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. March the 3rd, 2019. Are you wanting something quick and easy to make? Well, I've got a dish that may help you out. I'm making cheeseburger macaroni, and I'm going to show you how to make it here in just a minute. So I want you to stay tuned for more. Welcome back, everybody. I've not made cheeseburger macaroni in quite some time. But I've been craving it, and it's quick and easy. You can fix it any day of the week, especially if you're in a hurry, or if you got kids and you just don't have time to fix a big meal. Now, what I did already was I cooked a pound and a half of hamburger meat. Now, you would want to drain it, and that's what I did. It's good to go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to crank up the heat because I'm going to add some chicken broth. Now, I'm using a low sodium chicken broth. Now, you could use beef broth too. It really doesn't matter. Whatever what you have on hand. Now, I'm going to start off with probably about a half a box. And I'm going to add to it when I need to do so. Okay? What I'm going to do is, when this comes up to a boil, I'm going to add 8 ounces of macaroni. So, when this comes to a boil, I'm going to add 8 ounces of macaroni. So, I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to let this come to a boil first. All right, everybody, notice that it's starting to come to a boil. It's about the same thing as if you were cooking macaroni or any kind of pasta on the stove in a big pot of water. All right. Now, I'm going to add some seasoning before I put the macaroni in there. I'm going to add, let me get the salt that's already open. Now, I'm using low sodium chicken broth, by the way. That way I can utilize the seasoning, or adjust the seasoning, I should say. Some onion powder. Well, this is garlic powder. I do have onion powder next. You want about 2-3 teaspoons or so. You want it to have some flavor. Onion powder. And I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Now, the Worcestershire sauce will give it some flavor. About a couple of teaspoons. Now, everything's come up to a boil. I'm going to add 8 ounces of macaroni. Now, if I need to, I will add some more chicken broth. So I may use the whole box and maybe another part of another box. You don't want this to dry out. Okay. So I'm going to start with a whole box of chicken broth. If I need to, I will add a little bit more from the second box. So, going to let this come up to a boil. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it cook until the macaroni is tender. So, when the macaroni is tender, I'm going to add a couple more things. So, I want you to stay tuned for more. All right, everybody, welcome back. Now, I had to open up another box of chicken broth. And you would want to add just a little bit at a time. You can tell that the macaroni and the beef and everything is starting to thicken up. And that's what you want. You don't want it too runny. Now, the macaroni has been cooking for about 15 minutes. So this dish altogether will take about 30 minutes or maybe a little bit more to cook. By the time you brown the hamburger meat and then add the macaroni and everything else. Now, here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to add some ketchup. maybe about a quarter cup or so. You don't want to overdo it, okay? Now, if you want to add a little bit more, that's just totally up to you. I'm going to add just a little bit more since this is a pretty good size recipe. All right. Now, stir that in. Then I'm going to stir in 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. You can use the pack that's already been shredded, or you can shred some up yourself. Stir that in. It's starting to look good, don't it? Now you could add a little bit more. Just use your own judgment. All right. That looks really good, don't it? Okay. So I tell you that supper is ready. So I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to sample it for you. Welcome back, everybody. My cheeseburger macaroni is finished. And boy, don't that look good. You can add any variations that you want to. I'll just leave that totally up to you. Now, I'm going to sample it for you. I've already set a blazing. Now, this is really hot. Right amount of ketchup, salt, cheddar cheese, and the seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder. Perfect. And I'm so thankful. Give me a second. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on subscribing. Comments are welcome. Have a blessed Sunday afternoon.